She's got a lot of power. See how she hugs the road? I take care of my car because I value it, and because I certainly value my life. I'm a documentary filmmaker. In my work and for recreation, I do quite a bit of driving. And I also enjoy a few drinks occasionally. There have been times when I've driven after drinking. Not often, but enough to give me a personal interest in the subject of this film. My first stop is the University of Southern California, where experts are working on a research project concerning drinking and driving. Mr. Bishop, can you tell me why this project began?
There's a grave concern on everybody's part across the U.S. about the second largest killer of people, which is automobile accidents, and the fact that half of those people involved in fatal automobile accidents had been drinking. We found out somewhere like 2 years into the project, when we had sampled some 1,200 deceased drivers in L.A. County, that among that 1,200, only about 10% had ever had any prior conviction for drunk driving. So very clearly, if you want to get to the majority of the people who are involved in fatal accidents, whether drinking or not, drunk drivers is not the place to go. That is, convicted drunk drivers. Let's keep that clear.
Then the people that are responsible for most of the deaths are not alcoholics, but social drinkers.
Yes, I think so, without question.
Our next stop is the University of California at Los Angeles, where researchers have conducted many tests to determine how alcohol affects driving ability.
Okay, Dr. Hulbert, can you tell me what's going on here today? It's colorful group of people. What are you going to do with them?
The girls throwing the balls represent the various hazards that are happening out in the traffic scene.
So then the man here with the ping pong paddle is the driver.
Yes, he represents the driver. Now, he stands in this central position, and the girls are arranged in a semicircle so that some of them are in his side vision. And if he looks over to the one on this side, then the ones on his left are in the side view.
Uh-huh.
And we do this first when the subject is sober in his normal alert condition. And then we give him the certain amount of alcohol.
How much alcohol do you give him?
Well, we'll give him an approximate amount to get him up to the legal limit.
What is that?
Well, in the state of California, it's 0.10% blood alcohol. At this level of blood alcohol, your reflexes are very good, and yet statistics clearly show that at this blood level alcohol, you are 6 times more likely to have a traffic accident.
Why? What happens?
Well, the research that we've been doing, Dr. Moskowitz and I, indicates that it's the effect on the central nervous system. It's as though your visual field had collapsed and narrowed. It's more like tunnel vision, except your vision is all right. It's the field of attention that narrows.
So I'll just set this down. You can go over there.
He is given 1 ounce of alcohol for each 25 pounds of body weight. For this man, that's almost 7 ounces.
Okay, you ready to go?
Yeah, I think I can make it.
Okay, I'll walk over with you.
All right.
You're just about legally drunk, so let's see how you do. Okay, doctor?
Okay. You've been from the position there. 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. 1, 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 5, 2, 5. 4, 3, 2, 4. 1, 5, 3, 4, 2.
Now let's transfer the results of this experiment to a driving situation. This is what most sober drivers see and what they're aware of. A driver under the influence of alcohol has reduced his field of attention to the clear area. The results can be disastrous.
What other factors might be involved in fatal accidents aside from alcohol?
There have been a number of studies done around the U.S. in which researchers, using unfortunately small numbers, have found that the people involved in fatal accidents have, in the main, had some traumatic or stressful situation within a week or so prior to their fatal accident.
Paul faces tension of a common type. He's worried about his business.
Hello.
Oh,
Oh, hi, Ben.
come on, I'll buy you a drink.
I can't, man. I got all this work to do. It's all confused.
Come on. Sort of on the inside, right? Hanging on the ropes.
Yeah.
And they're punching away, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden it starts to rain.
Yeah.
So Rocky steps back, he looks up in the air, and he sticks out his glove. Pow! You should have seen it, man. He was on the floor, man. It was unbelievable.
A few drinks and the atmosphere of the bar have helped take Paul's mind off his problems. But the problems haven't gone away. And back in the car, they begin to bother him again. Not all stress is unpleasant. In the excitement of festive occasions, normally moderate drinkers often lose track of the amount they drink.
In critical condition 2 hours after their wedding, following an automobile accident on the east side.
I find pictures like that revolting and very unnecessary. Any sensible person knows when he's had too much to drink and would never risk his life by driving under such circumstances.
Martin is a sensible person and a moderate social drinker. All his friends will agree on that. When his fiancée asked him to meet her at a bar that evening, Martin, as usual, was on time. She, as usual, was late.
Look, do you realize what time it is? You're 1 hour late.
Look, don't start with me, because I don't care. I don't care what time it is. You know, I'm tired of you telling me that I'm late and I'm this and I'm that. You know, I've had it, and that's kind of what I came to tell you, is that I don't want to see you anymore. I don't want to see you, I don't want you to come over, and I don't want you to call me, okay? I'm sorry.
Yes, Martin is a sensible person. Now, maybe he hasn't had too much to drink, but he's also driving with anger and resentment. They all add up.
I don't want to see you, I don't want you to come over, and I don't want you to call me.
But what about the guy who doesn't have any big problems? The guy who just stops off for a few beers on the way home?
the curb, please.
I don't.
Well,
I
let's
didn't
just
do
get off the
anything.
street first so we don't get hit by a car.
What's the matter?
Oh, I stopped you because your driving's a little erratic. You look like you might have had too much to drink.
No, I stopped for the light. I've
Well,
been very careful.
that was the problem. The light was green.
Oh.
Do you have your driver's license with you, sir?
Yeah.
May I see it, please?
Here. There it is.
Mr. Stone, where are you coming from, sir?
I live in Anaheim.
I didn't ask you where you lived. I asked you where you're coming from.
You know, I didn't do anything. You know, can't you kind of... I was at some friend's house down the street, kind of, and over a couple of blocks. It was just, you know, a little party.
Did you have anything to drink at that party?
I'm not drunk.
Okay, well, sir, your driving was such that I'm going to have to call another officer to give you a field coordination test. Don't worry about that.
Now, we're seeing only part of the full process, which usually takes about 5 minutes.
relax.
The second
Arms
officer
extended.
will determine
Palms up.
whether or not Mr. Stone
Close your
will be
eyes.
placed under arrest.
The index finger of your right hand, touch your nose. All right, put it back. Now with the left finger. Okay, relax. Okay, now.
It's hard to do. Mr. Stone, you're under arrest for driving under the influence of an intoxicating beverage.
Valve turn to take position.
This is one
Check.
of 3 tests used to measure blood alcohol level.
Check. Breath sample taken. No bubbling observed in test antrum.
Okay, Mr. Stone, I want you to place this plastic mouthpiece in your mouth and blow into the tube. And when you blow, the red light will go out, the green light will come on. Keep blowing until the red light comes back on. Okay, blow into the tube, please. Keep blowing.
Yes, sir.
Keep blowing. That's good. Thank you. Check.
Valve turn to analyze position.
Check.
Wait 90 seconds after empty signal, red light. Meter re-zeroed by using light switch and balance knob.
Check.
Test result recorded.
Check. How'd I do? Well, the law considers you to be under the influence if your reading is .10. Yours is .11, so we'd have to consider you under the influence.
He's already been advised of his civil rights, and he's beginning to realize that being arrested can cost him quite a bit. His car has been impounded. His insurance rates will probably skyrocket. His wife will not be pleased.
Is this your true name?
Yeah, it is. How do I make a phone call to get out of here?
Okay, you can make 2 phone calls. You can make 1 call to anybody you want and 1 phone call to a bail bondsman. That's the only 2 calls you can make. These are a list of local bail bondsmen, or you can use the yellow pages for other.
Yeah, I'm in jail. I'd like to get out. Pasadena, I think.
Those few beers will also cost several $100s and many hours in the drunk tank before he can be bailed out.
Step inside. Here you go.
Does this man belong in jail? Well, Jack Bishop's statistics seem to indicate that he's the kind of drinker most likely to get involved in a fatal accident. We learn that a man who is legally drunk has a limited field of attention. Does he belong in jail? Well, if he hadn't been placed in custody, he might never have made it home.
Well, there's nothing like a couple of drinks after a long day of filming. And now that we've wrapped up the picture and I've had my couple of drinks, I'm ready for the long drive home.